look at it, is it true or not true? Even if it is true, how come we too, the youth, no go fit learn to go get our godmother too, so we go fit make it? That is what we want to look at. Yes, Mike, welcome one more time again.
Thank you.
I want to start with you.
Thank you very much once again. Good evening, beautiful listeners. This is a very good topic.
Yeah.
If these people you've mentioned has got godfathers and godmothers, as we call them,
yeah.
The truth of the matter is that having a godfather or a godmother or a mentor, it's not a problem.
All right.
In getting to where you want to get to in life, you need somebody to uplift you. You need somebody to encourage you. You need somebody to be there to give you that supportive hand to help you get to where you're going to. Let's look at it. If a child is giving birth to, the parents are always there to making sure that child is well nourished to probably a stage when they think the child has to stay on his or her own before they allow that child. Now, let's look at the issue of the case of Nigerian billionaires or those that has made it in Nigeria. In quote, what we're going to talk about here is that the ones that their names are on the map for various reasons or yardsticks that is being measured by various international organizations best known to them. We are not saying they are the richest or the wealthiest in Nigeria. There are some that are there behind the scene, very wealthy, that their assets are not even measured, probably for some reasons. But we are concentrating on the one we knew pretty well. And amongst them here we'll have the likes of Aliko Dangote, Mike Adenuga, Adetola, Alakija, that's another one of the richest black women in the world, Oji Uzokalu, and host of others. Let's look at the life of Dangote. Dangote, it's one man whom by birth he's born into a rich home. And when I use the word rich home, how does it happen? Maternally, Mariam Dangote, Osefia Dangote, that's Dangote's mother. She's a daughter to the famous Dan Tata that you hear of in Kano. And Dan Tata is a very wealthy family when it comes to the history of wealth in Nigeria. It's one family that I would tell you that the hand of God is upon that family.
Wow.
And Dangote, Aliko himself,
is it the hand of God or their hard work?
All together. If God has not even blessed you, no matter how hardworking you might be, success might not come. I think in Hausa we say whatever you do, Allah sa al-baraka. Let God's favor be upon it, then it grows. Now, the Dan Tata's family, it's where Dangote's mother is coming from. You realize that Dangote at a very tender age, when he was in primary school, according to his life history, this is a man who will go to school. He likes selling toffee. He will buy toffee sweets and take to classroom and sell and make out little profits out of the money they give him for his upkeep. You would quite agree with me that for this reason, this lifestyle that he's choosing or he was living then, will tell you that this is a man who is business oriented. This is a man who always wants to get something out of the little he has. And today he's a testimony to that lifestyle.
Now let's talk a little bit about the rate where they can't keep him. They said according to the Forbes African 50 richest list released in November, that was that last year, okay? They said Dangote is Africa's richest man with a net worth of 20.8 billion. That was as of last year. This shows that Dangote alone controls about 8% of the nation's GDP, while the remaining 11 people control only 4.8% of the GDP. Now me say, I just wonder why we don't feel catch this man make him president now. Now the thing go, so that people go fit, Naija go change small. What do you think? All right, when we are coming back to you, I'll come back to you.
Loaded man, actually, I would like to take this from another perspective. First and foremost, I want to say something about the class system of a society.
Okay.
The Nigeria we're looking at here, we're looking at the class system. Okay. In a social class system, we have the rich, we have the middle class,
correct,
and we have the poor.
Yes.
Now, Nigeria, in Nigeria we have the very rich,
okay,
the extreme rich. So we've just listed them. Fortunately for us, and proudly for us too, we have at least 12 people that are among the 50 richest in Africa.
In Africa,
it's a very wonderful thing.
It's a good news,
it's a testimony. Now, but then
but look at it. No benefit.
But then we look at it. Look at it from this other side. There's news and benefit.
Okay.
Mama. And then also we look at it from this other way. These are people that are, in classification.
Yes.
There's what we call the boys and the comprado boys.
Hey.
Now, these are the rich that made their money through well-structured business plans and accumulations.
Exactly.
Then we have the comprado boys. These are people that robbed the state or stole public money to become rich. We do know very well that these 12 people are not even anything to be compared to the Abachas, to the Babangides, to the Atikus. These are the comprado boys that stole Nigerian billions of money and a whole lot of them. They are there, so we don't talk about them. But then we want to derive.
We know one lane from those.
Yes, we want to derive inspiration from the likes of Aliko, like as my brother has rightly said.
Exactly.
And the likes of Adenuga. We look at their distance and then we compare it to what is happening to our distance. They are the ones that are pronounced.
Exactly.
I want to tell you something. Nigeria is a land of opportunities.
Definitely.
Now, what happened is that most times our society has got it wrong in one way or the other, in the sense that the present generation wanting a kind of quick something. I mean, we're just talking about even the likes of Abiolas, they took it from the scratch. Though at one point in time they could have benefited in one way or the other, or scrupulously from the state, through ITT and a whole lot of other things. But then take nothing from him. From his distance that I read, he carried firewood in Abeokuta, to become what it is. So Nigeria is full of, is a land of opportunities.
Yes.
Globally, I'm proud of them as a national of Nigeria.
All right.
I'm proud of them. Maybe someone nationally, I don't put them at a peak. I put people at a peak that have entrepreneurship mind, people able to look into the economic departments of Nigeria and have something.
Okay.
You talk about in banking sector, Tony Lumelundem, you talk about Andioje. These are people I've seen able to create something substantial when it comes to banking sector. The Nigerian banking can go international wise.
Wow.
There, we're talking about Nigerian economy. It's not just an individual name. We are talking about your capacity to create an entrepreneurship that can hit, national mandate of absorbing and creating employment.
Hello, dog. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good to hear from you. Please, make we also hear what you are chase for this matter. What you talk now?
This is a very important topic. It is important, and I like the way the pastor that just came into the matter. I want you to know that the youth in Nigeria are offended.
There you go.
The government has offended virtually everybody. The youth are offended. The children are offended. The women are offended. Even the men. And coming to the youth, I would like to quote our former president, Obasanjo. He said, the wave in the Arabian nations that happened in just few years back, happened in Egypt, when the youth took it upon themselves to make sure that they sent the president away. Even by the time it will happen in Nigeria, it's going to be very disastrous. A lot of graduates today, they don't have jobs. And the government is not doing anything about it. They should move the continent of Africa to a welfare state. Not until they are taking care of the people of Africa, everybody will continue to be offended. Then, coming to the topical issues that is of debate tonight, I want you to know, just like what the pastor said, that it is the entrepreneurship that can salvage the entire Africa, not even Nigeria alone.